very much. Unfortunately, I'm not a doctor, but I'll address it. I'm an honorary one. So I'm going to be very quick. My time has been cut short, but I'm going to be very quick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure and an honor to be here today and to be given an opportunity to address such an esteemed roomful of wonderful women. I would like to thank Dr. Bhatia and the World Women Leadership Congress for the recognition and for this opportunity, and I'm truly humbled. Mumbai is always very special to me. Although I've been here many times before, I often still wonder, where does the city get its energy from? I have listened earnestly since yesterday and this morning to the talks and the panels, and I have to say, I have truly enjoyed the conversations, and more so because we all share the same sentiment. In my career, I have worked with women at different levels, both in corporate and in the entrepreneurial sectors. And you sometimes notice recurring patterns and themes about how women chronically undervalue and undermine themselves, basically sabotaging their own careers and their own success. I too have seen through my own environments that men do not typically limit their professional growth in the same ways that us women do. Okay, so I realize that I am generalizing here, but after many years of dealing with these issues and having mentored women to help them power up and speak up for what they want, deserve, and require, I have seen these assertions hold up. And I can tell you that I too have faced and addressed each and every one of these limits myself. We cannot deny that women everywhere are making auspicious moves in the workplace. They are taking more risks, and they are preparing themselves to take on more challenging roles. But yet as the world is evolving, women today are still lagging behind when it comes to leadership roles in business. Today, there are still not nearly enough female CEOs at global companies. The lack of a shift is often a reflection not only on a woman's movement in itself, but the lack of a supportive environment, both in the workplace and at home. Something which is so necessary, not only for equal rights, but for the holistic development of society. Something which we as employers, business owners, and leaders need to consider as we make a change for an affirmative choice to empower women. With women still pushing to reach the top, they are faced with a range of challenges that many of their male counterparts don't have an understanding of. It is these issues that are preventing many women from achieving their goals of becoming leaders and diminishing their ability to get ahead in business. So what are the biggest challenges women currently face today? Let's look at the top 3. One of the biggest challenges a woman faces in the workplace is inequality. My advice for women leaders everywhere is to go for what they want in their careers and not to give up. Raise your hand in meetings, speak up, and be heard. Number 2 on the list is garnering support from other women. We need to support each other and empower each other. The third challenge is their confidence. I'm not going to touch on this, and I think it's been mentioned many times during the day. If any of these behaviors sound familiar, take them on one by one. Find new ways to raise your success and your happiness set points and begin experiencing the fulfillment, the success, and the joy. I'm just going to go through very quickly. Today, I stand before you as the Managing Director for the ABN Group. The group holds the global brands CNBC Africa and Forbes Africa. But my journey with the group started just over 10 years ago as the head of finance. I had joined right in the middle of the global financial crisis. And unfortunately, one of my first tasks I was given was to go through a retrenchment exercise to cut costs. It was possibly one of the most difficult periods of my life. I now had to destroy people's lives by letting them go. I had to tell them that they had no purpose being here anymore. It was then that I decided I was going to make a change. I went about setting myself my own goals, with the most important one being was that I wanted to lead this organization. I wanted to grow this business across the African continent. They took me a few years, but I was supported and mentored by an amazing board and shareholders, all of them men at that stage. It was by no means an easy task, and I had to learn everything about a business and an industry that I knew nothing about. It was certainly hard work professionally and personally. I suffered my own difficult adversities. In 2010, I was diagnosed with cancer. For the first time in my life, I felt I had no control in my hands. There was absolutely nothing I could do to change this path. All I could do was remain positive. My husband's support was important to me, and him telling me daily, whatever happens, we will deal with it together. I overcame cancer that year, and I've been given a clean bill of health every year since then. During that time, I was also struggling with fertility issues. I had 10 miscarriages during that period of 2010 to 2014, and too many surgeries that I stopped counting. But as they say, when the time is right, the time is right, and God will make a plan. In the last 5 years, I've had 2 babies. In fact, today is my son's 5th birthday. I chose to be here with you today because it is important for me as a woman and important for me as my career is important. So today I stand before you, not just as a proud mother, but as a proud woman. Proud of what my team has achieved on the African continent, and that we are now Africa's leading business media conglomerate. The point of that little bit of history is to point out that as a woman in a difficult environment, I was given an opportunity with a great mentorship structure and a great support structure, and I decided to take advantage of that. I'm going to leave it with you there. Thank you very much for that.